Feeling stuck? Are you dealing with constipation on a GLP-1 medication? Well, let me talk to you today about how I dealt with it and corrected it really quickly. My name's Dina, and welcome to my channel, Living Mosaic. So let me tell you a little bit about GLP-1 and constipation. So the GLP-1s work by slowing the digestion down. You probably know that by now. But if you're new to GLP-1s, you're probably new to the side effects as well. And constipation is one of those side effects that happens to people, especially in the beginning, until they really kind of understand how to deal with it. So naturally, our body is built to help digestion and move stool through the colon in waves, and that's called peristalsis. But GLP-1s, they slow that process down, okay? And the stool moves slower through the intestines, where water absorbs into the colon from the stool and then causes dry, hard, unable to freely pass. Okay. So that's kind of the real, in a nutshell, what happens. But how do you prevent constipation? I quickly learned how to do that because on week 2 of taking my medication, by the end of week 2, I was constipated. And that's not a fun feeling. Now, it wasn't severe, but it was enough to show me some discomfort and the willingness to do what I needed to fix it. So, I had gone out and I bought me some laxative and I used suppositories, 2 glycerin suppositories. I never had to use the laxative because everything started working. But let me tell you some of the things that I did. First thing I did was I increased my fiber intake, and that's going to be a number one thing for using a GLP-1. Fiber softens and bulks up the stool so that it's easier to pass. And with fiber, getting natural fiber is going to be the best. So we're talking fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. I no longer eat regular bread or processed carbs. And if I do, it's extremely sparingly. I really try to stay away from it. I also purchased some supplements that I feel really help me get things moving and keep things moving. Before I was taking GLP-1, I was also taking a magnesium supplement. I'm going to show that to you. It's my magnesium glycinate. Okay. I've already been taking this medication for years. It's the glycinate version. And my doctor said that was really good to take. But also, that wasn't doing the trick on its own. So, to help with the fiber, because when you're learning how to eat on a GLP-1, you don't really always know how to incorporate that fiber. And you're supposed to have 25 grams of fiber a day at least. And I'm not a doctor, but do your research and ask your own provider. So I also purchased in my supplement list some fiber gummies. These are the ones that I purchased. I felt like out of the ones that I researched on Amazon, these had the highest fiber and they tasted pretty good. Nothing weird to them. They're just these little fiber gummies. And they're chewy, like a gummy would be. And I like them, so I feel like that's a good choice for me. Another supplement or food product that I purchased that I use in my protein smoothies. I've really kind of got used to having breakfast protein smoothies, and I'll share more about that in a different video. But I also add my chia seeds. It comes with a little scooper. It's a 1.5, I think it's a tablespoon. Yeah, 1.5 tablespoon little scooper. and I just put one of those in, and that kind of helps things as well. And that's goes in my protein smoothie. My other supplement that I use that I heard a lot about in the GLP-1 community is the Mag 07. I have been taking that every day, only one. And this one says to take 3 capsules. So to get my money's worth out of things, and this is a 90 capsule bottle, and I take one in the evening. Seems to be working. I also purchased Psyllium Daily Fiber capsules, and this one calls for 3 capsules, but again, I only take one, and this is a 300 capsule bottle. And you can find all the links to these items in my description box. I am an associate affiliate through Amazon, so when you click the links, it'll be connected to my account there. The next step that I took when I was learning very quickly how to not get constipated again and prevent it was drinking plenty of water. I've always been a water drinker anyway, and I have my cup. This is a 40-ounce cup next to me all the time. And so that was really nothing new for me, but I always make sure that I drink water. Water helps keep the stool soft and ensures that it moves smoothly through the digestive tract. And I drink more than 80 ounces a day. I'd say closer to 100, and sometimes I go a little bit above. Now, drinks with sugar and caffeine can be dehydrating, and that's one of those things that maybe you could think about and adjust if you're still feeling like things aren't moving as well. Just something to think about. I know that I quit drinking the caffeine, and that was a great thing for me to do, just in general, and helped me in a lot of different ways. But I keep the water going, and that's a plus. Another real positive is regular exercise. I've been motivated and very intentional to be getting my steps in, so I'm really excited about that because it helps stimulate the muscles in your intestines and promote healthy bowel movements. So when you're exercising, it just keeps things moving. And like I said, I've been building up my goal, my step goal every week. Right now I'm doing a 5,000 a day step goal, and I've pretty much been meeting that. And this is week 6 for me. So also listen to your body and don't ignore the urge to go have a bowel movement. If you need to go, you need to go, right? It's kind of reminds me of that scene in Jurassic Park where the lawyer has to go to the bathroom, and I think it was Malcolm. He said, well, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But obviously we know what happened to that guy if you've seen the movie. One of my favorites, by the way. I do like Jurassic Park. So waiting and not going to the restroom can really kind of hinder the process. So just make sure that you're going, and don't wait too long. Establishing a routine to go is also a really good idea. Maybe morning time. A lot of people could be morning goers, right? So if you're a morning goer, try to make that a continued routine. Even if you have suffered constipation, try to get back on track. Go have a seat and just kind of relax and see if that can help motivate something. Just make it a routine. Maybe that's a little mind over matter, but they say it works. So another really big accomplishment with getting through the constipation while taking my GLP-1 was on I think it was the last day of week 4, I had a really good bowel movement. It was really good. And I was so great that I just kind of notated it. Like it wasn't weird. It just felt really normal, but it was also a good bit. So I'm thinking that was kind of the residual effects of dealing with that constipation and getting things more moving. That's just my theory. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just really felt that it was something noteworthy. So tracking your bowel movements could also be really good. If you have a tracker or you write things down on paper, just something like that saying, okay, I'm going pretty freely, or I felt like I had a little bit of constipation. So just kind of give it some thought and figure out, how can I make this situation better? So if you've had issues with constipation, go ahead and share down in the comments and let us know what your experience was with that. What did you do to correct it? Was there something specific that you used, like a supplement, maybe more exercise, water, making sure you got that fiber? Just kind of think about it and share with the rest of us what that was. And don't let things like that go. Your health is really important. And if you're new to taking a GLP-1 like Mounjaro or Zepbound, Wegovy, Ozempic, then know what you can know and meet it head on. So if you're here for the first time and you're learning about this, then make sure you kind of take the steps ahead of time so you don't have to worry about it, right? So if there's certain things you could do, like get gummy fibers, you could get the chia seeds, you could get the Mago 7 or Psyllium Husk, whatever. Just do something maybe in advance, strategize what your plan would be, and then you won't have to deal with it and you won't have to suffer. Thankfully, my episode of constipation was not severe at all, and I was able to make it through. So if you haven't already, subscribe and like my channel and come along with me on the journey, because I'm going to be doing these regularly and also doing my weekly updates for my weigh-ins. And I love the community. I love talking to other people. I watch the other videos that people do in the community and share my thoughts and encouragement. And that's kind of what I really enjoy about it all, is encouraging one another's. So if you have anything encouraging on here, put that in the comments and share it. And that way other people can see, what you did and how, things could be a little bit easier on their journey. So as standard, at the end of my videos, I love to do my self-care rally. That's my Living Mosaic self-care rally. And what I do is I just tap in real slowly and I say this little phrase. Join with me if you'd like. I matter. I'm valued. I am loved. I am a living mosaic. And yes, you are a living mosaic. I also like to share the Living Word Bible verse. And today's verse, for those of you who enjoy Bible verses and are a person of faith, stay with me, is John chapter 8, verses 31, 32, and 36. And it says, "Then Jesus said to those Jews who believed him, 'If you abide in my word, you are my disciples indeed, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Therefore, if the Son makes you free, you shall be free indeed.'" Thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you again on the next video. And remember, you're a living mosaic, and you have a great and blessed day.